Hello everyone, welcome back. It's story time. So today the story that we are going to listen to is The Snail and the Whale. The author of this book is Julia Donaldson. An author is a person who writes a story, and illustrated by Axel Schaffler. An illustrator is a person who draws pictures. And this story is about a small snail who doesn't want to stay at home but wants to explore the world and have adventures, and it does with the help of this big large whale. So let's get started. The Snail and the Whale. This is a tale of a tiny snail and a big great blue humpback whale. This is a rock as black as soot, and this is a snail with an itchy foot. The sea snail slithered all over the rock and gazed at the sea and the ships in the dock. And as she gazed, she sniffed and sighed. The sea is deep and the world is wide. Ah, how I long to sail. These are the other snails in the flock, who all stuck tight to the smooth black rock, and said to the snail with the itchy foot, "Be quiet, don't wriggle, sit still, stay put." But the tiny sea snail sighed and sniffed, then cried, "Aha, I've got it! I'll hitch a lift." This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail that looped and curled and said, "Lift wanted around the world." This is the whale who came one night, a humpback whale immensely long, who sang to the snail a wonderful song of shimmering eyes and coral caves, and shooting stars and enormous waves. And this is the tale of the humpback whale. He held it out of the starlit sea and said to the snail, "Come sail with me." This is the sea, so wild and free, that carried the whale and the snail on his tail to towering icebergs and far-off lands, with fiery mountains and golden sands. These are the waves that arched and crashed, that foamed and frolicked and sprayed and splashed the tiny snail on the tail of the whale. These are the caves beneath the waves, where stripy fish with feathery fins and sharks with hideous toothy crines swam around the whale and the snail on his tail. This is the sky, so vast and high, sometimes sunny and blue and warm, sometimes filled with a thunderstorm with zigzag lightning, flashing and frightening a tiny snail on the tail of the whale. But then came the day the whale lost his way. These are the speedboats running a race, zigging and zooming all over the place, upsetting the whale with their ear-splitting roar, making him swim too close to the shore. This is the tide slipping away, and this is the whale lying beached in a bay. "Quick, off the sand, back to sea," cried the snail. "I can't move on land, I'm too big," moaned the whale. The snail felt helpless and terribly small. Then, "I've got it," she cried, and started to crawl. "I must not fail," said the snail. This is the bell on the school in the bay, ringing the children in from their play. This is the teacher holding her chalk, telling the class, "Sit straight, don't talk." This is the board as black as soot. And this is the snail with the itchy foot. A snail! A snail! The teacher turns pale. Look, said the children. It's leaving a trail. This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail saying, save the whale. Can you see the snail right at the bottom of the blackboard? Wow, the snail has come all the way to the school seeking for help. These are the children running from school, fetching the fireman, digging a pool, squirting and spraying to keep the whale cool. And these are the villagers shouting, hooray! As the whale and the snail travel safely away. And the whale and the snail told their wonderful tale of shimmering eyes and coral caves and shooting stars and enormous waves, and how the snail, so small and frail, with her looping, curling, silvery trail, saved the life of the humpback whale. Then the humpback whale held out his tail, and on crawled snail after snail after snail, and they sank to the sea as they all set sail on the tail of the great grey blue humpback whale. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Bye. I'll see you soon.